everyone, assalamu alaikum. So I was going to do an Insta live explaining the basics of Slimming World. I've done it once before, but then it just keeps disappearing. People ask again. So I thought, why not put it on YouTube? Because then it's there forever. So I'm going to try and break it down for you really clearly and just give you the foundations of the plan. It doesn't go into all the detail. I might do a video around that a bit later. But for now, it will give you a big understanding of how the Slimming World plan works. I guess it will give you an idea of if it's something you want to try out as well. Okay, so I'm going to break this down into 3 parts. Everyone says Slimming World is very, very confusing. It really isn't that bad. And also, once you get the hang of it, it's a plan for life. I have my lovely book for reference if I need it. Hopefully I won't. So Slimming World is broken down into 3 parts. Part 1 is your free food. So this is a long list of foods that you can have as much of as you need. The list includes fruit, vegetables, meat, lean meat, chicken, corn products, rice, pasta. What else does it include? I am going to have to check my book. Oh, and then fat-free yogurts, eggs, grains, beans, and lentils. So all of those foods are unlimited. Oh yeah, and all your spices, they're also free. So the principle is, if you're hungry, jump to your free foods. Within that list of free foods, there's a number of fruit and vegetables with an S sign next to it. S stands for speed, and what these fruit and vegetables basically do is process through your system faster. It's recommended that 1/3 of your free food meal is speed food. So just think of it as 1/3 of your plate needs to be fruit or vegetables. The difference between some fruit that are speed and some fruit that aren't are, for example, instead of a banana, you'd have an apple. Instead of mangoes, you'd have raspberries. So that's part 1. You get a long list of free foods that you can turn to whenever you're hungry. The second part is healthy extras. So you get a healthy extra allowance of calcium, which is your healthy extra A. So that is a portion of milk or cheese every single day. Examples of calcium allowance, you get 175 ml of whole milk. Of course, if that's skimmed or semi-skimmed, it goes up considerably. You can get 45 grams of feta cheese, 30 grams of cheddar cheese, and you get healthy extra B, which is your fiber allowance. So that's your bread or cereal. Examples of healthy extra B choice, you get 40 grams of porridge oat, 2 Weetabix, 60 grams of any wholemeal bread. You can also get, the crisp breads like Ryvita and things like that, you get 2 of those. And then you've got cereal bars, so either Alpenlights or Slimming World do their own cereal bars, which are just delicious. I've got to stop spending money on these damn cereal bars, and they really curb my sugar craving. So what I love about Slimming World is when you lose weight, you tend not to go hollow and start looking really ill. And I genuinely believe that is because you get the calcium and your fiber allowance. You've got all the vitamins and nutrients you need so that your skin remains glowing, your hair, nails, teeth, all of that is in good shape. So that's part 2 done. Part 1, you get an exhaustive list of free foods. Part 2, you get a measured allowance of calcium and fiber every single day. And part 3 is your syns. Syns stand for synergy, so it's just bringing all the food groups together. You get an allowance of 5 to 15 syns every single day. Syns is everything that is not your free food and goes above your allowance of calcium and fiber. So you can check the syn value of product if you become a Slimming World member. You get an app and you just search on there, literally you can search for anything and it'll just tell you the syn value. If you're not a member, you kind of can go and just do a Google search of how many syns is whatever it is, and someone somewhere tends to have always asked that question, so you will find the answer. But you've got to remember, you can have all your main meals and have them all syn free. If you need that 1 chocolate bar a day, you can still have it. Twix, I think it's about 12.5 syns, so it's quite a lot. If I wanted to have 1/8 of a slice of Victoria sponge cake, I'm just going through everything that I just love to have, 9.5 syns. A Walker's normal packet of crisps is something like 9.5 syns, 8.5 syns, I can't remember. So the recommended takeaways that are less in syns generally is Turkish foods, because obviously it's grilled. Indian, you'd go for more starter type things such as your lamb chops or chicken tikka, that kind of thing, with boiled rice, because your rice is free. If you follow my Instagram, I have started doing a lot of fake away meals at home. So like KFC chicken, I'll make that at home. There's doner kebab and chips, prawn noodles, stir fry, chicken Kievs. You can just really start experimenting in the kitchen. One slice of a chicken feast pizza is 7 syns. Regular cappuccino is 4.5 syns. Oh, another thing is, in a box of celebrations, you know, you get the mini Snickers and all of that. So all of those are 2.5 syns. So you could just sit and have 6 of those a day. Another thing to mention, when you're cooking, if you use spray oil, so Fry Light has no syns, it's sin free. However, it has alcohol in it, but they say it burns off when you cook. I'm personally not very comfortable with that, because I feel we have alternative options. So I use sunflower spray oil from Tesco's. So that is 1 syn for 10 sprays. It's never going to be more than a syn for a portion, if not half a syn. You're not going to be spraying like 50 times. So part 1 is your list of free foods that you can have whenever you need, so long as 1/3 of that plate is speed food. Part 2 is your healthy extra allowance, so you get a measured allowance every single day of fibre and a measured allowance of calcium. And finally, every single day you get 5 to 15 syns that you can enjoy on the foods that you want. So a typical day for me, I will wake up, I'll have porridge. For my lunch, I'll have spaghetti bolognese. For tea, I'll have my Snacker Jack Jumbo double choc chip, and I'll have 2 rich tea biscuits. For dinner, I'll have rice and curry. Now, so far, I make my curry the normal way. I just don't feel like I can sacrifice the oil in a curry. So when you divide all the portions up, I worked it all out and it comes to about 3 syns. Very last thing I wanted to cover was SP days. So SP days are basically lower carb days, and it's not carb free because you get double the allowance of your healthy extra B, and you still get your allowance of calcium. So under your list of free food, I mentioned a lot of fruit and vegetables have an S sign next to it, which basically means speed. There is also a lot of food under meat, fish and poultry that has a P sign next to it, and that stands for protein. Now, protein foods are known to keep you full and sustained for a longer period. On SP day, every meal has to be half speed and half protein. Day, I will have for breakfast a mushroom and spinach omelette with toast, and then for lunch I will have roast chicken with vegetables and gravy, so I've got to syn the gravy. And then for tea, I'll have 2 Slimming World bars because I get double the allowance of fibre, and my standard 2 rich tea biscuits. And then for dinner, I will have beef stir fry. So yeah, I think I have covered everything. I will probably watch this back and think, oh my gosh, there's so much I haven't mentioned or I have forgotten to mention, but I really think that's the bulk of it. Okay, there we go. Thank you.